Famed investor and executive Keith Rabois defended his recent assertions on Twitter that Twitter itself has almost surely prevented a second Holocaust as being self-evident upon request for comments and clarification from Vice News. So he had indeed said, without X, we would almost surely be confronting another Holocaust now. So thank you, Elon Musk. First of all, even if you believe that was true, what does Elon Musk have to do with it? Like, Twitter existed before him, whatever. Someone had responded at the time, this is extreme hyperbole. And he said, no, without it, I think he means New York Times, the NYC, BBC, and the Washington Post would be misleading the people. This is exactly why Hitler had years. If only we had Twitter in the run up to Hitler. But anyway, for context, why is this guy noteworthy? He's a general partner at Founders Fund, the venture capital firm the oligarch Peter Thiel co-founded back in 2005. He was an undergraduate crony of Thiel's at Stanford.
Go Card.
What's that? Oh,
Go Card.
Shut up. And the two worked with Musk at PayPal. And so he's always all about Elon Musk and trying to give him credit for things. And why not also give him credit for stopping a Holocaust from happening? Anyway, they asked for evidence of this claim. Why would you say this? And he said, it's a self-evident claim, not bold. If people were dependent on the news from outlets like the New York Times, the BBC, or the Washington Post, they would be utterly ignorant of the atrocities. One of the biggest reasons Hitler was able to get away with murder and Stalin too was the complicity of the media. Fortunately, regular citizens can report the truth and bypass these gatekeepers who are mostly interested in serving as stenographers for the terrorists versus journalists. Well, in response, Vice News provided examples of coverage from all of those different outlets of critical coverage of what the terrorists are doing. He wasn't interested in that. He responded, OMG, you are even worse than I assumed. You obviously lack any knowledge of history. You obviously are so distorted, can't even perform basic diligence. I think that providing examples of the coverage is literally basic diligence. They did it, he didn't. Again, just because people are rich and executives of companies doesn't mean that they're geniuses. In many cases, it doesn't even mean that they're as intelligent as an average person. But Brett, what do you make of this?
There's a lot in there, but one of them right off the bat is like another great accomplishment by Elon Musk in the most Elon Musk way possible. Like he didn't invent the thing, but through marketing and financial maneuvering gets the credit for being the person in charge of the thing. The thing here being Twitter, previously, like everything that he has been credited with inventing, he just kind of made his way into the management position of it through like the wonders of capitalism. And in this scenario, I don't know specifically what Holocaust are you talking about? Are you just saying generically a Holocaust might have happened? That's the thing that reading this article, I have no actual clue what Holocaust he's talking about. It is so impossible. Like it's disproving that there's that something that didn't happen. I can prove that it didn't happen, but I can't prove why something that didn't happen didn't happen.
It didn't happen, yeah.
But it's weird that most of the people that would like rally around this are in that weird like pocket of the internet who thinks that the Holocaust probably didn't happen. This is like when they're for Trump but against the vaccine, which was Trump's vaccine. They just are it's so easy for them to deny the connection. We kind of mentioned it earlier with the little marbles bouncing around in their heads. Like the guy, I'm storming the Capitol and then saying, I didn't know that the Capitol is where they do the lawmaking. It's just like, oh, you're just that dumb. And all of this serves in your mind is to make you feel good for like 10 seconds, saying something that sounds smart, but is dumb if you have the capacity to think about it for like 9 seconds.
Yeah, we're going to return in just a second. We only have another minute or two on this to the argument that's being made here. But I also want to be very clear about the reason that he's saying. The reason he is saying it is not because he has an argument. It's because Elon Musk retweeted anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. That's it. There is a perception now that Elon Musk is anti-Semitic. And so this guy is saying he's preventing a Holocaust. It's just, oh, he's bad for X reason. Well, here's why that cancels it out. That's literally the only thinking that's going on here. But anyway, he goes on to say that Without X, Americans' support for Israel would be dangerously low because the atrocities would have been hidden or sanitized. He then goes on to say that the New York Times and BBC have been lying about things like bombing of hospitals or civilian accounts of civilian deaths that he thinks are exaggerated. First of all, what he doesn't like is just reality. He doesn't actually want journalism done that provides a window into a reality that he would prefer to pretend isn't happening. Also, by the way, people post on Twitter about those things. So what are you even talking about? Are you interested in the accounts from inside of Gaza from people showing their family members who've been blown apart? Like, is he reading those? No, he's not remotely interested in that. Look, to be clear, this argument is so smooth-brained. America has supported Israel for decades. It did not require Elon Musk taking over Twitter a couple of years ago. Also, there was constant coverage of October 7th. It did not require Twitter. The New York Times, CNN, MSNBC, BBC, all of those covered it and continue to constantly. What are you even talking about? They also, by the way, prior to October 7th, cover other anti-Semitic attacks that people like him and Elon Musk and other right-wingers are not as remotely as interested in, like mass shootings of synagogues and bomb threats and things like that. Also, Twitter existed to serve this function without Elon Musk needing to take it over. He hasn't changed anything about that makes it better at doing that. And even if it didn't exist, there's Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and a million other social media sites. So what the hell are you even talking about?
Right. And all he's done is make it less likely that X will be around if you look at the crumbling financial infrastructure and valuation under his leadership.
Yeah, exactly. If you think that it is this important that it's stopping a Holocaust, then he should really sell it to someone who will do a better job at running it.